UFC 327 Olberg versus Prohaska in Miami, Florida, taking place tomorrow, and we are going to go through the main card and give our predictions and best bets for each fight. Starting off with the curtain jerker, Cub Swanson taking on Nate Landwehr. Cub Swanson, an OG, been around the game for a long time, longer than some people have even been alive. Nate Landwehr, tough fighter, very good early on in his career, has kind of been a little up and down as of recently, has been getting got a little bit more often. Cub Swanson's very gritty. He's an old veteran. He's always game. Even in some of the fights he's lost, he's been right in the thick of it. He's made it a fight. Some really good fighters. So we're going to go with Cub Swanson to win this one. And his money line at -108 is basically pick 'em odds. So we're going to take Cub Swanson for the win and for our best bet as well. Let's go and climb up the ladder. Next up, we got Dominic Reyes taking on Johnny Walker. And well, one thing's for sure is this fight's not going the distance because both have a propensity for getting KO'd. Looking at this fight, Dominic Reyes is coming off that really tough loss to Olberg as well, if I'm not mistaken, where he got KO'd stiff. Johnny Walker's almost cartoonish how many times he's been getting KO'd recently and the way he goes down. I do think Dominic Reyes is more technically sound, more athletic. I think he's a little bit more durable as well. Like I said, Johnny Walker's been KO'd very dramatically very often, and I do worry about that at these heavier weight classes. He's longer, he's a little bit, but Dominic Reyes is a little cleaner, more technically sound. So I'm going to take Dominic Reyes to win. And you can get him to win by KO or decision at -140 just on the off chance that they're both very tentative because I don't think either one of these guys is going to land a takedown. I don't think either one's going to get a submission. I don't think we're going to see any ground game. I think it's going to be either a stand-up fight where someone gets clipped and put to sleep early, or we're going to see a very tentative from both guys trying not to get KO'd and fight on the outside, leg kicks, 1-2, low kick, 1-2, body punch, something like that. So I think Reyes by KO or decision at -140 is a safe bet for this one. And it's tough because he's also can just get clipped super easily. Johnny Walker being 6'6" and so lengthy, 82-inch reach, anything can happen. But we're going to take Reyes. I do think he is the better fighter. Curtis Blaydes versus Josh Hokitt. Ranked number 5 versus unranked 8-0 versus 19-5. Hockett's been making some noise for better and for worse, especially this fight week going into it. He's definitely had some very cringe and awkward moments, but it's tough because it's cringe, it's awkward, it's painful to watch, but at the same time, it's better than we'll fight, it'll be fun. I'll see it this Saturday, whatever it might be. So good on the effort, even though it's terrible to watch, even though it's very painful. And I think this is unfortunately going to be a terrible matchup for him. Curtis Blaydes is going to outweigh him by about 20 pounds after the weigh-ins today. 19-5, he's a really good movement. He can move in and out comfortably. He's long. He can match him in length. He's very athletic, where Hockett's, yeah, that's a huge reach disadvantage. That's about a 7-inch reach disadvantage. Blaydes can kick. He can wrestle. He's very much almost like a top 5 gatekeeper. If you can beat him, then you can win to the title. But if beating him is not for the faint of heart. And Josh Hokitt doesn't pack some of the steam that some of the guys that have beat Curtis does. He doesn't have Derek Luce's nuclear warhead fist. He doesn't have Francis Ngannou's nuclear warhead fist. He doesn't have Tom Aspinall's nukes in his hands. Like it's a tough matchup for him. It's a really tough matchup. He could do it, but I don't think he's going to wear out Curtis Blaydes like he did in his last fight. So we're going to take Curtis Blaydes at a money line at -125, which is surprising how close the odds are, considering it is the 5th-ranked guy versus an unranked guy. But we're going to take Curtis Blaydes both the money line and the win. A little bit of favoritism here early on, going with the favorites. But next up, we got Azamat Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa, highly ranked number 6 taking on unranked as well, 16-0. It's a comfortable favorite. I could really see Paulo Costa actually making some noise in this fight. Potentially, I could see him winning it, going up in weight as well, up to 205. Maybe lighter man skill could really take place here. Some of those body kicks that we really saw against Kopylov, the ability to mix it up, the speed, the secret juice strength. I don't know if I want to take him to win. That's where I'm a little uncomfortable. I think he could. There's a lot of ways he can win. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Paulo Costa plus 3.5 at -130. So basically, if he wins a round, I think he'll be. If he can win a round on every judge's scorecard, he should be all right. Maybe win 2 rounds on a judge's scorecard. Basically, as long as or if he gets the stop, it's going to be I think it could be a close fight, potentially a split-ish decision. I think he has a chance. He's going to be taller, lengthier. He might even be the bigger man. We'll see how it looks once they get going. But I really think he can make a lot of noise in this one. I think he could really announce himself at 205. So we're going to go with Paulo Costa plus 3.5. I could see him losing by a weird decision, but we're going to take that plus 3.5 since DraftKings will give you money lines, or excuse me, give you spreads. The main one, Jiri Prochazka versus Carlos Olberg, the two best guys left at 205 now that Alex has left. Boy, this is a really good fight. I like both. They're both really good, coming off really big wins as well. Carlos Ulberg taking out Dominic Reyes. Jiri coming off the big win over Khalil Roundtree as well. Yuri's really, really good, and the only guy to beat him in the last, I think, like 8 years or something ridiculous like that has been Alex Pereira. No one's really been able to take it to him like that. Carlos Ulberg, one loss in his career. He is older too. He's got shorter reach, but he's very athletic. He's very good at fighting backwards and moving forwards. He's very good with controlling the distance, especially in these larger weight classes. He also has looked a little bit odd. Like, these looked not as lean, not as cut as he has this week, as he has in previous weeks. I don't know if it's just a little bit of water load bloat, maybe a tougher weight cut, or if he's trying to come in a little heavier to land some heavier shots. I don't know, but Jiri is a tough guy to gauge for, and you have to kill him. You will not break him in over 5 rounds. That is a tough fight for anyone. You will not break him. You will not wear him down. You must take him out, and I don't think he'll win a decision because Jiri can really turn up the pace. We're going to go with Jiri Prochazka on this one. It's basically a pick 'em fight. He's minus 118, slight underdog over Carlos Ulberg. Carlos is really good. He's also older, might be slowing down. He has that great KO over Dominic Reyes, but hasn't been starching people consistently, repetitively on the way to the top. So we're going to take Jiri Prochazka and say he finds a way to get that belt, finally gets to overcome the demons of Alex Pereira at 205. And I think that opens up some really fun matchups, maybe him and Ankalaev, if Ankalaev can get a win or two. Rematch with Khalil Roundtree or Jamal Hill, depending on what happens. I think this opens up some very interesting matchups. And Carlos Ulberg, he very well could win this fight. If it's a 3-round fight, I almost like his chances a little bit better. But over 5 rounds, it's going to be hard to kill Jiri. Like that, you have to kill him. So I think Yuri's going to come in ready for this one, ready to go. And I think he's going to make a statement and become UFC 205 light heavyweight champion. That's our best picks. We're going to take that money line, so that's minus 118. If you want to be a degenerate like me and parlay them all together, you'll be looking at plus 1,842 odds. So bet smarter, not harder. Don't only bet what you can afford to lose. Be very, very responsible. If you have a problem, don't make the bet. But that's what we're looking at for our UFC 327 bets and predictions. Let us know down below who you got, which bets you're making, and which ones you think I'm vehemently wrong on. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all again next time.